All right, where did we leave off? I don't know. But to catch up, it's been 145 days since I've had alcohol. Yes, I know, 145 days. Have you ever done anything for 145 days straight? No, I don't know. No, you don't even get up at the same time every day for 145 days, unless you're in the military or something. It's not a big thing, but wow, 145 days, good for me. At least not for what I'm doing. But some people think it is a big deal. Whoa, you're still doing it? Well, technically it's the new year. It's January. Oh, you're going a whole 365 days. Technically 364 days because it's from my birthday to my birthday, and I drank on my birthday, and I plan on drinking on my birthday again. But 145 days, that was pretty good. We just did the math, and we're like, oh my gosh, that feels like a long time, you know? Not quite half a year, but pretty close. So what have I learned? Well, the thing I left out, or the thing I left on last time was that this past New Year's Eve we were going to a party. And I was like, oh, you know, in a different time, I would have probably had a flask on me. And, you know, sip from that on the way to the party. You know, it's a 15-minute walk or whatever, but I would have on the way, and it struck me, like, well, why did I need that? Why did I feel the need to do that? Here's the trick. I think it was sort of a Dumbo's black feather. You know, in Dumbo, the elephant, the crows convince him that he needs a crow's black feather in order to fly. But really, Dumbo could fly all the time, right? He's got those big ears. And so I think with alcohol, it's a very interesting thing, because certainly in my teenage years, definitely in my 20s, I really liked being social, and I really liked being liked, and I really liked people. And so one would think, well, if you really like people and you're going to a party, you're going to a thing where people are, isn't that enough? And you're like, well, yeah, but if you don't have a lot of self-confidence, it's a bad imbalance. So you need something to kind of level that out. And that's what a Jack Daniels or a Moosehead would do. You would sort of give me that fake confidence that I thought I needed. Now that's the emphasis. Thought that I needed. When really all I needed was just to show up. I just needed to be me. But in those years, especially from 18 to 28/32, I was so obsessed with how people perceive me. Am I supposed to be this way? Well, that person probably thinks of me this way, so I should be that way. Well, ooh, I really like the way that person's being. Maybe I'll be like them. And oh, but I'm not as good as them. But oh, man, but I'll pretend. I could go on and on and on. And so I think that was really it. But the more alcohol I had, the more arrogant I became. The more like, yeah, I am the best. Hey. And I never got violent, but there were certain times where I certainly embarrassed myself, you know. There's certain times where I'm like, what are you doing? And I realized in those days, certainly in my 26 to 28, maybe 26 to 30, when I get in those times, you have like 6 beers plus a couple of whatevers in a night, I'd be walking home and I would just be so filled with angst, I think. Just that stuff. And you're like, what is that? And you're just like, it's hard to convince yourself that you're enough and that it's okay that you don't have everything figured out right now, but you will. Even just telling yourself, hey man, I don't have everything figured out right now. That's at least the first step into the right direction, you know? So that's what it was. I was too arrogant and too proud to just be able to be. I was a lot of different people in those days, to the detriment in a lot of relationships, and to the detriment of maybe some career paths. That being said, as I said last time, right now, these days, my kid just turned 4 years old. I've almost been married for almost 5 years. So the last 6 years or so, just shy of 6 years, the best that I've ever been. So everything I've done has led me to here, and if where I am now is the happiest I've ever been, well then c'est la vie, you know? And I'm at a point now where if somebody, I'm not saying I'm a guru or whatever, but if somebody in my life is like, you know, I've been thinking, and I'm like, hey, well, I used to do that, and I've done this. I don't know if it's the right answer, but it's the right answer for me. And if you're looking for a little bit of advice or a little bit of, a different story, you know, I'm happy to tell the story. And I'll keep coming back here. I hope to keep coming back here at least once a week, and do more. Yeah, thanks.